Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to this Ignite Open Doors. I want to welcome you as the founder of Leader. My name is Alvaro Moya, and I want you to know Elisabetta Merlo that is going to host this session. And I have nothing else to say. Just wait for some of the attendees that are still joining. We will wait for some seconds. But in the meanwhile, I will leave the stage entirely to Elisabetta. So, Eli, stage is yours.
Thank you, Alvaro. Thank you, everyone, to be here today with us. So we wait some second and then we start with this webinar, this Open Door, Ignite Open Door. Um, to begin, we will start sharing a link in the chat to answer to some question. So let's go. Are you ready? Let's go to and we start with the first question for you. So, are you already a manager? You can answer in the link in the chat. I leave you some second to answer to this question and then we move to the second one. Um, have you received any formal education or training around management or leadership before? Here it's the moment to answer in the link shared in the chat, and in some second we will go to see the results. So we wait for some second and the results are coming. So let's go. They are on the way. They are coming. This is the power of the live. And I can see the number are increasing, and we have some of you that are already manager and others that are on the way. So you are in the right place, and go ahead with the next question for you. So yeah, so the results are coming, and today we were talking about formal education and training around the management and leadership. And these were a few questions to break the ice and start with talking about this topic with real number.
Okay, so we
With
see half of the audience, as in the previous question, right? Half of the audience was a manager, half not. Half of the audience have received formal education, and half not.
So, do you think this is a normal number? Do you think it's normal start a new position without a formal education? Do you think this is common? You can write your answer in the chat, and I wait some second for your answer there. So here we are, and we have the result from the poll. So we discovered that many of you didn't receive a formal education to move to a leadership position. But don't worry, this is absolutely normal. Actually, when we extrapolate this quick survey to 100 or 1,000 or even more manager, what happens is that we discover the number is even higher. Mm, As a result from the survey I sharing here on the presentation, 2 out of 3 manager never receive any formal training before starting their new position. So in practice, 1 out of 3 is not prepared for the role. Is that crazy, right? Can you wait? Because this is not the worst thing. There are also a worse data that I like to share with you. 1 out of 2 didn't know what the role was about or which skill they needed to master. So it's not they are not trained to become a manager. They are not even know what they have to do in this new role. So now stop a second and imagine this situation applied to a developer team. Imagine that in your team, 1 out of 2 developer don't know what means to be a developer, and 2 out of 3 developer have no training at all. Can you predict what impact could even have in your team? Would you like to be the CEO of the company, the CEO of that company where all half, more than half the developer didn't know what they are doing in this moment? Probably it will be totally a mess. But uh, imagine when this situation is applied not to a single person but to a manager, because in the manager situation it's the situation is totally different, because become a manager is not only a promotion, is an entirely new career with a new agenda, a new set of skills and priority. And when you move to a manager position, you are starting a new career from scratch, and you need a guidance. You need a guidance to learn and to know what you have to do in this next step of your career. Well, there is another point that I like to reflect on. This is before what I say is that this situation applied to manager is the same applied to the team, but it's not exactly the same. This there is a critical difference between be part of the team or be the lead of the team, because in a manager position, the impact is multiplied, because the result of the doesn't depend only from you, but the result affect all the team and all the people you are working with. So the consequence of the problem I explained before about lack of clarity, lack of training are magnified in the case of manager, because it affects the performance of the all the environment, not only of the single person in the situation. Now, I leave you with this short reflection, and I see that Alvaro likes to say something, so I leave the stage to him.
Sure. What I would love to say is that actually these studies were the main reason why I left my well-paid job as a CTO and started leader 2 years ago, because it was a point in my career where my team was so big I needed these middle managers, and the problem was that they were not in the market, there were a scarce resource. We were many companies competing for those managers. And the second topic is that I wanted to grow my own team because there was a lack of offer in the market, and I couldn't find a good solution for that, a good learning solution, a good training to become a leader in tech. You can find MBAs, you can find management courses, but no one was taking the context of tech into account. And that's why, after doing some research, asking to many other CTOs, CEOs as well, and also those developers that wanted to grow in the management career ladder, is when I decided to leave that position and start to really try to fix what I thought was a big gap in the market that potentially could prevent a lot of companies to grow up to their potential, because without the middle management layer, you cannot grow, because the CTO that has to be that strategic mind that is thinking in the future, that is bringing the trends and is with an eye on the market, cannot do that work because it's still in an operational way, in an operational role. That's why we need middle managers as CTOs. And that's why I created Leader in the first place, because we needed to have that availability for those that were willing to learn as a choice, as the image here. We needed the availability of these options, right? And that's why I created Leader in the first place.
Thank you, Alvaro, for your testimonial. So now we can move in the detail of what Leader is and what we do throughout our Ignite mentoring program, the name of the events of today. So, how Ignite can help your team manager to succeed in the role from day one. The Ignite mentoring program serves as foundation for formal leadership in technology, as mentioned Alvaro before. So Ignite improve not only your skill set, but also your attitude and approach. It gives you an essential managerial tool to apply in the day-to-day work. And how we do that? We do that through many different ways. We combine four elements that are actionable content, live session, community, that is one of the most important part to grow in the learning of soft skills, and then all is delivered by the top mentor in the industry. Our Ignite now is online on a platform. Now I share my screen with you, and I show the platform where Ignite is delivered and how it's work. So give me a second and move to my screen. Here we are. So, the Ignite program, as I said before, that combine four elements, are these four elements. You can find all these four elements on this platform, where, as you can see, this is the next edition of Ignite mentoring program, and there is a structured curriculum starting from how to use the platform to welcome and expectation, and then it go inside the program, touching different topic, starting from the career planning, the introduction to leadership role in tech, and then the focus on productivity and many other topics. And one of the topic we touch in this program, now I open a section to give you an idea how it's work and how it is structured, is how to run effective one-to-one. That is one of the first of the first challenge a manager have to deal with when he starts his career. How I can do my one-to-one meeting with my team if I never did it before. Here there is the rules and the tips and tricks to deliver effectively one-to-one meeting. There are video content. You can also find some template to use in your everyday work, and many other resources useful to apply in your new role as a manager. Here in the platform, you can also find the community, how I say before. The community is one of the main part of the soft skills learning. Here, under member, you can find all the members that are participating with you. And in the activity feed, you can also share your opinion, your problems, your issues, and find an answer from the top mentor in the room. And we think that is one of the most strong opportunity to have the ability to talk with other people in the same situation where you are. Then the program also include a one-to-one session, mentoring session with our top mentors, and also at the end of each of at the end of each program, there is a project, a group project. The group project the the place where you can put in practice what you learn during your path. So you can put in practice the teaching, the learnings, and create a real program with your mentor, and a final project with a group. Here you can see some of our mentors, and going ahead now, we have a special guest for today, Ignite alumni. But before, I'd like to show you a video of the one of another testimonial, Alan, the CTO of Blink, who share his educational experience in a video, and then I leave the stage to Philippe. He also part of Bling. So let's go with the video.
I'm Alan, CTO at Bling. We are always looking for ways to level up our engineering team, be it by having new people on board or taking part in great initiatives such as Ignite. Philippe was the first Blinger to join the program, which gave him the tools to become an engineering manager. But he won't be the last one to join the program. Other current employees and upcoming tech talent that join us will definitely be in future editions, as it is a great way to grow as an engineering manager. We know that going from individual contributor to a manager position can be quite challenging, but Ignite makes this transition smoother and easier. At Bling, we want that everybody who joins us can develop professionally, and when it comes to tech management, the Ignite program is a great place to start.
Hi, Philippe. Thank you to be here.
Thank you guys for having me.
It's a pleasure. Would you like to present yourself, your current position, and then I have some question for you?
Sure. So I'm Filipe Martins. As the video that you guys were watching right now, I also work at Bling. Alan is my manager, and I'm an engineering manager since the past 6 months. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you. And I know that you took part in Ignite. So my question now is, what was the most important lesson you took away from this educational path?
Well, so to give you guys some context, I joined the leader program right before I started my career as engineering manager. So everything was completely new to me, and everything that I learned there, I absorbed it super quickly. I would say that probably the most important thing about this program, um, besides the obvious things that I'm sure that you guys already commented here, was the community. There are a lot of people with different backgrounds on every program, and the ones that shared the classes with me were amazing people with completely different backgrounds that I got the chance to work with them and to learn from them and to develop something together. So I would say that probably the community it's a huge thumbs up.
Thank you, Philippe. And do you think this course, how this course help you in your transition? As you just say, you start the course before starting the new position, and you continued the course during the transition. So, do you have some tips or anecdote interesting that help you in the everyday task as a new manager?
Sure. There are a lot of topics. I'm not sure if I can just pinpoint one. I think that um, for me, the most important thing was how to deal with one-on-ones, how to prepare them, how to deal with delegation, how to properly delegate. I don't know how to do the context switching, which is something that happened a lot during my first few months, because I was actually a hands-on engineering manager, meaning that I was managing, but I was also an individual contributor. So this was super helpful, and there were some topics more helpful than others in my case. But I would say that I was able to apply all the knowledge that I got from leader into my first few months. So this was amazing. I The only experience that I had with engineering manager was actually to read some books that were recommended online, but to get the chance to learn it from the best, I think it was something that stays with you. So I would say that was it.
Thank you so much. And do you like to add something else, or I can go ahead?
No, the only thing that I would say is that actually it was mentioned on the video from Alan as well. But since I finished this program, and since the results were actually really good, there are people in Bling that are joining the program as well. So we had already a total of 3 people that went through Leader, and I think it's going to continue this way, and it's the only thing that I can say that will probably motivate you to join the program is that it's a huge learning experience that you should take.
Thank you so much for this advice for the new or future igniters we have here in the live. And thank you to be here today and to support us during this webinar.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank Big applause for for Philippe. So As Philip told you, and the reference regarding Ignite program, um, Ignite is a zero bullshit, zero risk program, as I usually say. It give you the possibility to be satisfied or refunded, and this is the overall of the program. Now, I like to summarize a bit what we talk about until here, and then we'll leave the space for Q&A, for question, doubts, and whatever you would like to ask to us or of leader here in the webinar. So, to summarize, what is included in this program are um, 20 hours of live training, 2 hours per week, more than 40 hours of recording content and resources inside our network that I show you before. Then there are free exclusive live session with expert mentors and one-to-one mentoring session as explained before to identify your North Star and apply the Lean career to your career. And then we leave the access to all the recordings, material, documents, and contents for 1 year. At the end of the program, you will receive a certification and that you can publish on your LinkedIn profile. What else? During the program, you have the possibility to work on a group project with your group divided in mini group. Now, I'd like to share with you the project that won the last edition of Ignite. Give me a second that I share with you my screen. And all the group project you working in, you work on this platform that is Miro, where you can find the different work of the different groups. And at the end, um, the best project of that scored was the project number 4. That was a project regarding soft skills for employees. And now I also show to you the MVP of this project. As you can see here, it's a table where all the group can work together and share their opinion, their ideas, and collaborate together to find a common result. I stop sharing this and I come back to the slide. And going to more practical information that probably you need to go ahead, and probably is the reason why you participate to this webinar. So starting from when and where, we have 2 editions of Ignite that start in the fall. We have the English edition that will start October 31st. Every live session is on Thursday from 5 to 7 European time. And then we have also the Spanish edition that will start on October 17th, and the live session take place on Tuesday at the same time. The 2 edition have a limited seats, so hurry up because the seats are limited. And how do you do to book your seats? Probably this is the question you have at the moment. You can book your seats with a special bonus until the end of the month, booking a call with me. But just you arrive until here in this webinar. I like to share with you a special bonus that we have until the end of the month. Include if you book your admission call before the end of June, you will receive a 6-month academy access that are access to all our content for 6 months, and also a 11% discount on uh, on the price you can see here. So instead than pay 1,497 euros, you will pay the 11% yet. Yeah, less. That is 1,347. And you have for free the access of 6 months of Leader Academy. But I stop here with this economical and part, and I leave you um, the next step. So, what to do to be part of this group, to be part of Ignite, and to become a successfully manager of tomorrow. So, you can book your admission call in the link shared in the chat, and you can start your trip, your path to become a manager. Now I stop here, and I leave the stage to you. If you have question, doubts, or everything else, I'm here to answer. There is any question, any doubt? Do you like to see again something I shared before? Maybe we can ask to Alvaro if like to add something to this presentation.
No, nothing else. Thank you for all the information that you have explained about Ignite. The only thing I can say is that I am one of these three mentors that will be invited as host for a specific topics where we are specialists. In this case, I will be talking about focus and productivity and time management for high performing leaders. But nothing else. If there is no questions in the chat, I think we can close the session here. Doesn't seem that people has questions, so we can close the session here. First, thank you very much, Ellie, for this presentation and solving all the questions of the people around this program. Thank you as well, Philippe, that has been with us, really explaining how is the experience from the other side of the equation, right? Not the people that is there mentoring or providing the course, but actually the one that take the course and see the results in the company. So thank you very much, every single one of you, for being here, even those that has left already. See you soon. I hope Elisabetta will have the admission call with you, and we can see you soon into Ignite. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so thank you so much to be here, and I wait for you in the admission call in the next week, and have a nice evening or a nice afternoon to all of all of you. Thank you.
Bye bye.